She pulled me aside just as the lights dimmed. Her fingers tightened around my wrist. Not affectionate, tactical. "Stay quiet tonight," she whispered. "These people matter." I nodded. I always nodded. The room smelled like money and restraint. Polished wood, muted laughter, glasses clinking too carefully. Everyone here knew how to perform. So did she. She moved back into the crowd without another glance, already someone else's version of herself. Then the guest of honor arrived. The room leaned toward her. Conversations folded inward. Respect followed her like gravity. She didn't look at my girlfriend. Not once. Her eyes found me instead. She crossed the room slowly, heels measured, smile thin. The kind of smile that doesn't ask permission. When she stopped in front of me, the noise behind her softened, like the room itself was listening. "You must be him," she said. A pause. Her gaze flicked, briefly, to my girlfriend's frozen face. "I wondered how long it would take you to realize." Silence cracked the air. My girlfriend laughed too quickly. A brittle sound. Someone shifted. Someone else pretended not to notice. I didn't speak. I didn't need to, because in that moment, everything inside me went very still. Later, when I replayed that sentence, I'd realize it wasn't an accident. It was a test, and I'd already failed by being here. You too. I met my girlfriend 2 years ago. She called it fate. I called it convenient. She liked how calm I was, how I didn't ask questions, how I didn't crowd her life. She said I made her feel safe. What she meant was invisible. That night, after the speeches and the applause, she finally came back to me, slid her arm through mine like nothing had happened. "You okay?" she asked softly. Her pulse was fast. I nodded. I always nodded. But I started noticing things after that. Not all at once. Never all at once. That's how lies survive. The way her phone never left her hand, but never faced up. The way certain names made her tense. The way she spoke about the guest of honor with rehearsed neutrality. Too flat, too careful. I remembered the woman's eyes on me. Assessing. Curious. Like she already knew how this would end. At night, lying beside my girlfriend, I listened to her breathing and wondered who else had memorized it. I wondered how many versions of herself she carried, and which one slept next to me. I didn't confront her. I didn't accuse. I watched. I learned. Because betrayal doesn't announce itself. It leaks through tone, through timing, through the gaps between words. And once you see the pattern, you can't unsee it. By the time I checked her phone records, I already knew what I'd find. I just needed to see how deep the rot went. I didn't dig frantically. That's what guilt does. Panic. Noise. I moved like an auditor. Quiet. Methodical. Phone records confirmed patterns. Same number. Same hours. Same nights she said she was with clients. Deleted messages left shadows. Timestamps without words. Like footprints after a body's been dragged away. The guest of honor's name appeared where it shouldn't have. Not directly. Never directly. Burner phones leave habits. So do people who think they're smarter than consequences. I waited. Weeks passed. We attended dinners, smiled for photos, slept back to back like strangers who knew better than to turn around. She thought my silence meant ignorance. It meant preparation. The confirmation arrived on a Tuesday morning. A forwarded email, accidentally on purpose. A calendar invite that wasn't meant for me. Hotel, city, initials that didn't match any client she'd ever mentioned. I forwarded it back to her. No message, just the mirror. That night she cried, not because she was caught, because she lost control of the narrative. "I didn't know how to tell you," she said, voice fractured. "It wasn't supposed to happen like this." I watched her carefully. Not the tears, the timing of them. "You brought me into a room," I said, calm, where the truth was waiting to introduce itself. She froze. I continued evenly. "She knew who I was before I knew who she was to you." Her mouth opened, closed. "She wanted me to know," I said. "That's why she came to me first." Silence stretched, heavy, final. The next event came sooner than expected. Same people, same lights, same performance. This time, I didn't stay quiet. When the guest of honor was invited to speak, I stood. Not angry, not loud, Just present. I think it's important, I said, to acknowledge invisible contributions. The room stilled. I turned to my girlfriend, then to the woman she thought she could hide behind. Like relationships built in shadows, I said. On borrowed trust. Gasps, murmurs. The guest of honor smiled. Almost proud. My girlfriend didn't cry this time. She shrank. I left before anyone could stop me. No shouting. No explanations. Just absence. Weeks later, I heard the fallout was surgical. Careers paused. Reputations questioned. Invitations rescinded. I felt nothing. That's the thing about truth. It doesn't need emotion to be lethal. Now, when I think back to that night, to her whisper telling me to stay quiet, I understand. She wasn't protecting me. She was protecting herself. And in the end, I didn't need revenge. I needed clarity. I walked away with it. Cold, clean, unburdened. Some people lose everything when the truth comes out. Others just lose the illusion. I lost nothing at all.